So this communication is just, I don't exist. You don't exist, right? There's nothing here. There is no existence. All these things are the same expression. But essentially, it's you don't exist. And that's the big message. So I go to the speaker, the big non-dual, communication, the fountain of what I need to hear. I need to hear that I don't exist, right? And that's where I'm going. Please, tell me that I don't exist. Put it, let me absorb that. Let me get that. I mean, that's crazy, but that's what, that's what it is in one way. In a simple way. I mean, the problem is I exist. I am. And that's my problem every minute of the day. I am as me. And when I say I am, it's not the I am of Nisargadatta and Ramana. I am that. They're saying, I am with no second. I am as everything is with nothing else. Or Moses, Yahweh in the Bible, in the Torah, saying, I am that I am, right? All these I ams, these great I ams, that's the statement I am as this, without a second. But that's not what I'm feeling. When I say I am as me, it's a totally different thing. It's I am separate. I am here as separate, in this separate place, having this separate experience. So that is a totally different I am. It's too bad, it's confusing. We should have different words for these things. Note to self, make up different words. But back to me, because that's the real issue. As me, I am me, I'm here. Not the I am, again, not of Ramana and Jehovah and all these others. Jesus said that too. I and the Father are one. He could have said not two. It's probably a better translation. But that's a different expression. That's saying, I am everything without any second, without any else, without any division. Okay, but no, I can't say that as me. So we're back to me. Me is the issue. Me is why there's a video here, why we're talking about non-duality. Because of me, this being me, I am, and I always am. I just am all day. I am. And I'm coming to the non-duality. This is weird. Keep looking. Oh, well, whatever. I keep coming to the non-duality, coming and back to hear that I'm not. That's how I started out today. Just the message is, you're not. I'm not. No one is. There isn't anyone. There's nothing. There just is nothing. And this is nothing. So this whole problem of I am, that is the problem of me. Because again, being me, I am, means I'm separate. Means I'm involved in this experience of this world. To be me, to be here, to exist, is to be separate, to exist as separate, as not enough, as trying to get enough, trying to get completed, trying to get with everything that I'm not. Because when I say I am, I just say I am this, and then there's all this that I'm not around me. I am as differentiated from everything I'm not. And again, that's the difference. That's not what Ramana was saying. He was saying I am and there ain't nothing else. There's nothing that I'm not. But that's not the experience of me. Again, I keep repeating. So when I say I am, I'm complaining of my situation because I'm confessing this position that I'm in, this dilemma of being here among everything that I'm not, being here in the middle of everything and being apart and needing the union that I'm missing. That's the position. That is me. So then it comes as good news to, that, by the way, there is no you. This I am problem, it doesn't exist. Because let me tell you, there's no solution to the I am problem. You may have noticed that. You certainly are experiencing it. And the more sensitive I am to just my basic reality, my basic condition, my basic experience, the more aware I am continually of this constant dilemma of being me, this confusion, contraction, conflict, division, dilemma, constant problem. And there's, of course, the tendency is there to try to solve the problem. That's what we call life. My life starts as a child, as the identity, kicks in. Whenever it does, then that motor gets going, that engine of trying to solve the dilemma. Make my life, make it better, make it okay, make it work. Get more knowledge, get more experience, get more good stuff, get away from the bad stuff, put the bad stuff aside, kick it away, keep it away, and get the good stuff, the drill. That's the experience of me. But we're just talking about the essence of it, not the show. But what it is just this dilemma, this dilemma of division and being here separate and nothing to do about it. Because everything I do is just enacting the dilemma, enacting the problem. Just demonstrating my condition, my state. And then I come to the non-duality meeting, the communication, which isn't about solving my problem. It's not telling me how to solve my problem. That might be spirituality, may do that, maybe, or may, tell me how to give me a path to solve the problem. Or, the whole world, in a sense, is offering me ways to solve the problem. But here in the non-duality room, there's none of that. Because we're not pretending or assuming that there's any kind of solution to this dilemma. Because there isn't. The me is a dilemma. There's no solution to me. It's an illusion. Well, But there's no way for me to see that. So this coming to the non-duality just becomes again another another day of trying to, well, let me see that I'm an illusion. Let me absorb this, this beautiful message that there's no me, that there's no world, that there isn't anything. That's another moment of the me, another day at the office, another day of being in the middle of my dilemma, my problem, my conflict. Now I have to try to see that I don't exist. That nothing's happening. This condition of being in this world, needing to feel better, and no way to feel better. That's the truth of it. And that's, when the message comes in, it's hopeless. Okay, well, that's good news in a way. It doesn't sound like good news, but it is kind of good news, because it's sobering. It's like at least somebody is telling me something true for a change, and there is can relax the system a little bit, right? If I can really stop pushing somehow for the answer. Although it doesn't really happen, because I am pushing. Me is pushing for the answer. Me is. So even when I hear that it's hopeless, I don't really hear that, because I'm already hoping for the answer, and I can't really hear that it's hopeless. If I could, that would be the end. But I'm not coming and hearing that it's hopeless. I'm coming and hearing somebody tell me it's hopeless, and I'm hoping to get that. Same old dilemma. But the message that there isn't any me, in other words, this pill, if non-duality has a pill to cure the illness, it's a shaky, dualistic kind of image, but anyway, the message, the good news, is that you don't exist. And no, you're not going to hear this again. It's the great thing that can't be heard. So you don't come to non-duality to hear anything. It won't be heard. It won't be understood. It won't be absorbed. But when you hear that you don't exist, when I hear that as me, yeah, I mean, it sounds, oh, gee, that's really profound. Now that's the real thing. I don't exist. Now I'm on it. But what do you do with that? It's really, it's like, I was going to say Chinese algebra, but I don't think that's politically correct these days. But I mean, it's just I don't exist. Okay, this is my daily mantra. I don't exist. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It's not sense. It doesn't compute. It sounds like nonsense. It's like a non-statement, a non-sentence. But what it really is that, I mean, because when I see that I don't exist, I mean, when it's really seen, nothing changes. There's nothing different. So actually, I exist or I don't exist doesn't make any difference. Those aren't two different things. That's how it can be understandable. It's not rocket science. It's not algebra of any kind. I don't exist is just pointing to the fact that or nothing exists, or this video doesn't exist, this world, this room doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that the couch isn't here and the video isn't playing. And when I see, or when it's seen, that this video doesn't exist and this room doesn't exist and I don't exist, it's just this. It's not different. So the mind hears I don't exist as something really wacky, really far out, and really just another dimension of far out, right? I don't exist. And then it may sound, all these things, nihilistic or just crazy, denial of natural, obvious reality. No, it's not any of that. It's, again, I don't exist doesn't make this any different. Existing or not existing is the same thing. I don't know what's being pointed to is that I don't know what exist means. I don't know what not exist means. And what I am, is way beyond this construction of existing or being here or not being here. What I am is something very other than that. So when I see, when it's seen, again, can't say I see, because if I say I see, then I'm back to the one that exists, that me thing. No, the me never existed, isn't here. It means that to say I'm here, I exist, means I know that I am. I know what existence is. This thing, this is real. This real life, this room, it's real. I know it exists. It creates a whole story of me. So I don't exist. To say that you do not exist doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean that you're going to go away, or that you're a hallucination or a ghost, or anything you might think about that, or that I'm some kind of null, zero quantity. Yeah, all that is true. I mean, everything is true, but the point is, again, it's that you don't know. You're not something that you're ever going to know. You're not something that's known. You're not a knowable thing. You're not a subject of knowledge, an object of knowledge. Say it either way. Amounts to the same thing. And you're not that. But you're still here as much as anything. You're here as everything. I am that I am. Yeah, I am that. So that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything about this, because there's nothing to say about this. There's nothing to know about this. There's nothing to know about you. Then you never will know. Okay? But when I say I know, I'm me, this experience of me means that I know that I'm this one. And that one is always going to be separate, and it's always going to feel separate. It's going to feel in the middle of this experience of being not enough and being and needing to get out of the trap, out of the box. I know I'm in the box because I know who I am and I know what is. And that knowledge is not here. I'm always talking about this. Oh, what's going on? I'm always talking about knowledge and how it's the knowledge that's not here. So to say you're not here, you don't exist, it means there's no knowledge. You don't have this knowledge. You take away the knowledge, then you can see what you are. You know? That's like saying you don't exist. That one that you think you are, that one that you know you are, that one that's known by anyone. There is nothing known here. And you're it. You're the unknowing, the unknown. This is. It all is. So that's what it means that you're not here. And it can't be seen, but I guess the point of this video, if there is one, is that you're already here as nothing. It's the same old, another day, just another day in the world. This experience showing up, appearing, this nothing. That's you. And it's nothing. And it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist as this separate story. That's all it is. To say you don't exist, it means that story of you doesn't exist. And we're always showing, putting out that the story is the thing that doesn't exist. And the story is the thing that's held on to in that me experience. And the me experience is not anything. This is everything. Includes the me experience. It includes everything. Right? But no, there's no you as separate. As this one. Over and against that one. Over and against everything else. Okay?